Alex, I spent 3 hours yesterday looking for a specific half-inch chisel. I found it this morning in the refrigerator. Don't ask me how it got there, but it was surprisingly good at prying open a stubborn jar of pickles.
Please tell me you didn't use a Japanese water-honed edge on a Vlasic jar, Tiger. That's low, even for you.
It was a moment of weakness and extreme hunger. But it's Sunday, April 5th, and we are officially in the thick of sawdust season. The birds are chirping, the sap is rising, and my shop floor is currently more shavings than concrete. Welcome to the TigerDen Daily.
It's a big day. We've got some tech coming out of the woodwork, literally, and some shifts in how the pros are making their bread. But first, let's talk about your favorite thing in the world, buying things you probably already have three of.
Hey, tools are an investment in my mental health. And DeWalt is making it real easy to justify some spending. They're dropping 2 new oscillating multi-tools for 2026. They're splitting the uprights here. They've got this high-end XR model that looks like it belongs in a surgical suite. The vibration control on it, I've seen more shake in a frozen polar bear. It's for the guys who are vibrating their hands off 8 hours a day on a job site. But then they've got this value-focused model. It's stripped down, honest, and frankly, all most folks actually need for trimming a door casing once a year.
I'm skeptical. Usually, value-focused is just corporate speak for this will smell like burning plastic after 10 minutes. Is it actually worth the bench space?
It's not a toy, Alex. It's more like if the XR is a high-performance Italian sports car, the value model is a 1990s pickup truck. It's not going to win any beauty pageants, but it'll get the hay to the barn. But the real heartthrob this week, and I don't say this lightly, is the Bosch Expert Series sliding table saw.
Now hold on. A sliding table? Isn't that the thing that usually takes up half a garage and costs as much as a modest wedding?
Exactly. Usually a sliding table saw is a 3,000-pound cast iron beast, but Bosch is putting that tech on a portable job site frame. Imagine trying to cross-cut a wide piece of walnut on a standard saw. You're wrestling with the fence, the board is tipping, and you end up with a cut that looks like a dog chewed through it. This slider moves the entire table with the wood. It's like the wood is riding on a cloud.
So it turns a mediocre carpenter into a precision machine?
It certainly hides a lot of sins. It makes that perfect 90 feel less like a miracle and more like a Tuesday.
Speaking of miracles, did you see the Knipex Mega Grip pliers that were announced on the 1st?
Those 4-foot-long monsters? I'll be honest, for about 3 seconds I was reaching for my wallet. I thought, finally, a pair of pliers I can use to adjust my neighbor's attitude from across the fence. But no, just an April Fool's prank. The real innovation is plenty, though. We don't need giant pliers when the tech is getting this smart.
Let's pivot to the trades. You were reading that piece by Jay Mahaffey about the HVAC world. It sounds like the guy with a wrench era is evolving into something a bit more corporate?
It's more consultant than corporate. See, back in the day, your AC would die, a guy would show up, swap a capacitor, grumble something about the humidity, and leave a bill for $80. In 2026, these units are basically spaceships attached to your house. They're expensive and they are complex.
So the business model is shifting from fix it when it breaks to let's keep it from breaking.
Precisely. We're seeing these comprehensive service memberships. It's like a gym membership for your furnace. And for the pros listening, if you're just turning screws, you're replaceable. The guys who are winning right now are the ones who understand the why behind the pricing. They can sit down with a homeowner and explain energy efficiency and financing plans like they're a financial advisor.
It sounds like the barrier to entry is getting higher. You can't just be good with your hands anymore. You have to be good with people and numbers.
That's the secret sauce, Alex. The smartest tool in the bag is the one between your ears. If you understand the manifold gauges and the monthly payments, you aren't just a technician, you're a partner in that home.
Okay, let's talk about the maker moguls, specifically the Etsy hustle. I saw the notes about the 20-year rule. Tiger, please don't tell me that things from the mid-2000s are vintage. I'm not ready for my college years to be in a museum.
Look, it hurts me too. But 2006 is 20 years ago in the eyes of a collector. Those translucent plastic electronics, the Y2K aesthetic, it's pure gold on Etsy right now.
So I shouldn't have thrown away my old Discman?
If it's neon green or see-through, you just threw away $50. But it's not just about hoarding old junk. To make it in 2026, you have to be a curator. You aren't just selling a lamp, you're selling a mid-century modern office vibe. You're selling a story.
And buyers are getting picky about how that story arrives at their door, right?
Big time. If you ship a sustainable vintage find in 3 layers of plastic bubble wrap and a non-recyclable box, you're going to get roasted in the reviews. 2026 is the year of the honeycomb paper and the compostable mailer. You've got to wrap it like you care about the planet as much as you care about the profit.
All right, let's get into the DIY mastery section. I know you've been knee-deep in that woodshop finishing project. How's the trim coming along?
Trim work is the ultimate test of a man's character. It's about 10% actual cutting and 90% staring at a corner, wondering why your house isn't square.
Every house is a trapezoid if you look closely enough.
Ain't that the truth? Most people think they can just slap some molding up and call it a day. But the secret to a professional finish? It's the prep. It's the sanding until your fingerprints are gone and the caulking until your eyes cross. If you skip the prep, you're just putting lipstick on a pig. And believe me, the pig still looks like a pig in the morning.
You mentioned something about wood slab secrets too. Is the live edge trend finally dying, or is it just evolving?
It's leaning out. We're moving away from those dark, heavy log cabin slabs. The trend for 2026 is that organic modern look. People want ash and white oak, lighter, airier, but here's the thing. People see a pretty slab at a yard sale and buy it immediately.
Let me guess. They bring it home and it turns into a potato chip?
A very expensive, very heavy potato chip. You have to check the moisture content. If that wood hasn't been dried properly, it's going to move, crack, and scream once you bring it into a climate-controlled house. Buy a moisture meter. It's $20 and it'll save you $500 on a ruined tabletop.
We've also been following Jay's Cali decking project. That thing is massive. It looks like you could land a helicopter on it.
It's a beast. And Jay is doing it the right way, focusing on the foundation. People always get excited about the deck boards because that's the part you see. They want to pick out the fancy hidden fasteners and the expensive composite colors.
But you're saying the foundation is the unsexy hero?
If your post holes aren't deep enough and your framing isn't level, I don't care if you used solid gold screws. That deck is going to sag like an old mattress in 3 years. Spend twice as long on the holes as you do on the boards. Digging sucks. I get it. But a solid foundation is the difference between a deck you enjoy for 30 years and a deck you have to tear down in 5.
It seems like that's the theme for today, honestly. Whether it's HVAC pricing, Etsy curation, or deck building, it's about the stuff you don't see making the stuff you do see work.
You're getting pretty sharp, Alex. Maybe I'll let you handle the sliding saw next time.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I still value my fingers.
Well, that's the Sunday Digest. My parting thought for you all today: don't be afraid of the unseen work. The prep, the research, the boring foundation. That's where the mastery actually lives. The shiny finish is just the reward for being patient with the process.
Well said. Now go put that chisel back in the tool chest and get it out of the kitchen.
No promises. I still have a jar of olives that looks suspiciously tight.